Well, this is a video about impulse hit I had by some kind of an impulse weapon in Salt Lake City in 2018. I worked then as a hotel manager in Draper, Utah. I worked for Marriott. And I was actually already doing research on this type of technology, even though it's 2018, that's 6 years ago. I was giving a tip about a company in California, so I was kind of doing research already for several days. In a couple of days I worked night shift and did the research. On the third day I had impulse like hit on my left side. Video selfie from Fairfield in Draper, Utah. Hi guys. It was the first window next to the entrance on the right side. So I'm continuing. Here you go. You see the t-shirt here? Fairfield in Bay Marriott. This was the hotel. I kind of put it on just for this video when I got back. So continuing. Hotel people are busy, so we run around, do stuff, but there is a specific thing that hotel people know. It's called a room and tax. And when you have to run this room and tax with the program, so you have to be around. This is what I was doing when I started running room and tax, when I prepare things. Before that, I will just sit in the office, which is the window, it's of the office, and run the program until they're done. It does really fast, but you still have to do so much, big numbers of the reports. And this is when I was hit by this. I was hit right here. And this is exactly the thing what other people are talking about. It's like somebody is drilling in your ear. And you don't know what's going on, but there's no noise. I don't know, I never had any noise. You know, when you deal with the noise, you know what noise is. But this thing, it's kind of a one level up. You know and you realize that it's not a noise. You still hear something, but it's not loud. It just exactly goes to your head directly. And on the further research already several years, it's there's opinion of some people that this thing that creates a noise is actually this impulse bypasses eardrums and directly kind of deposits this deposits the vibration of the ether in your brain directly. Possible? Absolutely sure. So the human body is unbelievably interesting stuff. And actually I have several opinions, but I'll do absolutely different video about it. There's a lot of talk about stuff called voice of God. Well, for me, for instance, what is coincidental in this? You know, I do the research already several nights in a row, and then I go back in the same time. When I go back and do the same thing, I get this. The way I see it, and I saw it at the time, was we are watching you. okay? Because if they wanted something to do really malicious, they would screw me up right there on the spot, but they didn't. So I simply think it was a message. And I still don't know if it was positive or negative, because it gave me impulse to keep searching. And I'll learn a lot of stuff practically every week. There is something happens here in Atlanta. Something happens, something comes up on the news that I get information that expands horizon of my knowledge in a very good way. But on the other hand, I have like an invisible power that tries to screw me up and tries to steal stuff from me and throw me out on the street to get hurt. So I had two actually suspicious things. I'm trying to find a video here, or maybe we'll do absolutely different video. Here in Atlanta, I have a sudden nosebleed. It's actually one of those symptoms that people who got hit by impulse weapons are getting. The sudden nosebleed with no reason. I had a year ago, and I had actually recently one, and then I had another situation that actually I think it's maybe created by the impulse. So it's really for me it's suspicious, but I always be suspicious person. As I said, I lived with secrets. I lived with people who were next to secrets. And during Cold War, I knew things that, Mamma mia, I wish, maybe I didn't know. There is a singer, Bob Seger. So he sang, I wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. But my knowledge, as I said, expands through Cold War, because I cannot get any other stuff, otherwise it would be wonderful. But as I said, if you like stuff like this, please do join me on my channel called Gang Stalking Insider. Actually, I'm not just going to put this video on my Facebook, but I will put it in YouTube on Gang Stalking Insider, and put it in link in comments. But tomorrow, I'm just half asleep today. It's 1 o'clock. All right. Have a good night, guys. And be careful. If you see something that it's hurting you, you don't understand, it could have been impulse weapons. People with no specific reasons to be hit did get hit. All right. Good night.